Welcome to the Getting Ready for Summer or Better Late Than Never ab challenge. This challenge is intended for those who want to build their abs up, and it's also pretty good for beginners as well. So how the challenge works is that every active day we're going to add a new ab exercise until we hit 30 days. We're going to perform every exercise twice. So for example, on day 1, we have a plank and a dead bug. So you're going to do your plank and your dead bug, and then you're going to go back again and do another plank and dead bug until we hit day 30. So you can watch the video all at once, or you can stop and come back to whatever day you're on, whatever works best for you. I'll also include a link in the description that will take you to all of the exercises as well. So let me know how you're feeling as you're going through, and let's get started. And here's some pictures after day 1 of the challenge. A little bit of definition, but nothing crazy. So we're going to start day 1 with a 1-minute plank. So exercise 2 is going to be our dead bug. You want to lie on your back with your arms extended straight up towards the ceiling. Bend your knees at a 90-degree angle so that your calves are parallel to the ground. Place a yoga ball between your hands and knees. You want to engage your core and ensure your lower back is flat against the mat. Extend your right arm straight back while also extending the opposite leg and squeeze that yoga ball. Return to the center and repeat on both sides. So for day 2, we're going to add in a leg raise. You want to lie flat on your back on a mat with your legs extended and your arms at your sides or under your glutes, and keep your legs together and your feet flexed. Engage your core. Slowly lift your legs towards the ceiling to about 45 degrees or a little bit higher, while also keeping your lower back on the mat. Focus on using your abs to lift your legs rather than swinging them up. And slowly lower them back to the starting position and go again. So for day 3, we're going to add in a hip dip. You want to begin by lying on your side with your legs extended and stacked on top of each other. Prop yourself up on your forearm and make sure your elbow is under your shoulder. And you want to place your other hand on your hip or extend it straight up towards the ceiling. Lift your hips off the ground so your body forms a straight line, and this is your side plank position. Engage your core and lower your hips towards the floor, maintaining control. And once you're just above the floor, use your oblique muscles to come back up to that starting side plank position. For day 5, we're going to add in a feet up crunch. So lie on your back with your knees bent at 90 degrees, feet lifted off the ground. Grab your ball, lift it straight up in front of you. And you want to tighten your ab muscles. Lift your head, shoulders, and upper back off the mat by contracting your ab muscles. Focus on lifting your chest towards the ceiling rather than pulling your head forward. Slowly lower back towards the ground, maintaining control, and repeat. So for day 6, we have our hay baler. You want to stand with your feet hip shoulder width apart. Hold your medicine ball in your hands. You want to bend your knees lower into a squat position and rotate the ball down towards your pocket. Arms extended. Engage your core muscles and push through your legs to stand up while lifting the weight diagonally across your body, ending above your shoulder. Imagine that you're throwing something over your shoulder. Good job making it through the first week. And since you made it through the first week, I mean, what's one more week then? For day 8, you have a reverse crunch, so lie flat on your back, legs extended, arms at your sides, palms facing downwards,
Engage your core. Using your lower ab muscles, lift your hips off the mat and curl them towards your chest. Your knees should move towards your chest as your hips lift. Your upper body and head should remain on the mat. Don't use momentum and go back to your starting position with the legs extended and repeat again. Our cleaner at the gym actually made fun of me the first couple of days because of how short the challenge was at first. Shout out Kevin. So for day 9 we have flutter kicks, our first timed exercise. You want to lie flat on your back with your legs extended, arms at your sides, palms facing down or under your glutes. Keep your head, neck, and shoulders relaxed on the mat. Engage your core. Lift both legs off the ground about a foot, keeping them straight and together. Ensure your lower back remains stable. Keeping your legs straight, alternate lifting one leg slightly higher while lowering the other leg. You want to move in an up and down like pattern and keep the movement controlled and your core engaged throughout the exercise. And remember to breathe. For day 10, we have mountain climbers, so you want to begin in a high plank position with your hands directly under your shoulders. Keep your core engaged and back flat. Position your feet together with your toes on the ground. Bring one knee towards your chest, keeping your core engaged. Your other leg should stay back. Now you want to quickly switch legs by extending one leg back and bringing the other one forward, and make sure this movement is smooth and controlled. So I have some crucial information that's going to really help you with the rest of this challenge, so make sure that you're really paying attention to what I'm about to say. I really like hot food, like hot wings, curry, Indian style food, I just really like it. For day 12, we can throw on some heel touches. So you want to lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Make sure your feet are about hip shoulder width apart and position so your fingertips can reach them. Keep your arms extended along your sides, palms facing downward. Engage your core. You want to lift your head, shoulders, and upper back slightly off the mat. Now bend to one side, engaging your oblique muscles, and immediately bend to the other side, engaging the opposite oblique muscles. You want to continue to alternate these sides in a controlled manner, performing small crunching motions each way. For day 13, let's do a bear hold. So you want to begin on your hands and knees with your wrists directly under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Your back should be flat and your core engaged to maintain stability. Lift your knees slightly off the ground, about 1 inch. Your weight should be evenly distributed between your hands and your toes, and you want to keep your knees bent at about a 90-degree angle. And just ensure your back remains flat and your hips are in line with your shoulders and knees. Look at that, already at the halfway point. I mean, for real, you might as well just go another 2 weeks and just finish. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, if you did 2 weeks, then you could just do another 2 weeks. It's just math. So for day 15, we have a crunch exchange. You want to lay on your back with your legs and arms extended out, your arms holding that medicine ball. Engage your core. Now you want to reach your arms towards your legs, but you're going to do a reverse crunch here and place that ball within your legs, extending it back out, and then do a reverse crunch back into your body and exchange it with your hands and repeat. So for day 16, we have a hip drop. So you want to begin in a forearm plank position with your forearms on the ground and your elbows directly under your shoulders. Your body should be in a straight line from your head to your heels and engage your core muscles. You want to slowly rotate your hips to one side, lowering those hips towards the mat without letting them touch or lightly letting them touch, and then rotate to the other side and repeat. The movie you saw was actually from my bad movie collection, 50 plus and counting. So I'm just gonna say, stay tuned for when my movie drops. I'm definitely gonna be making a bad movie at some point. There's a difference between bad movies. Some bad movies are like insufferably bad, and some bad movies are like enjoyably bad. And you definitely want to go for those enjoyably bad movies. But I got the recommendations if you need them. Let me know. So for day 17, we have a decline leg raise. You want to grab that handle securing your upper back. Now you want to engage your core and lift your legs up as far as you feel comfortable. And then you want to slowly go back down in a controlled manner and repeat. You want to avoid swinging or using momentum to lift your legs. So for day 19, we have a leg loaded crunch. So it's going to be the exact same as our feet up crunch. The only difference is we're going to have a ball placed in between our feet to give us more abdominal activation. And we're going to do those same crunches. I want everybody to know that I'm a football fan and I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, and you're not allowed to give me that look that everybody gives me when I tell them I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Because I was not alive the last time they won a Super Bowl, and since I've been alive, they haven't made the conference championship game. So I'm just not going to tolerate any hate on me for what they did 30 years ago before I was born. So for day 20, we have our plank jacks. We're going to start in the elbow plank position with those elbows right under the shoulders, feet together. We're going to engage the core. Now we're going to jump both feet outwards to a wider stance, similar to a jumping jack. And then we're going to jump back in while maintaining stability in the body, keeping everything straight. Three weeks in, that's definitely moving fast. I find that at this point and going forward, the hardest part is just trying to find time to do the workout on top of your other workout at the same time. Anyway, we're definitely getting close to that home stretch, so let's just keep pushing and finish it out. So for day 22, we have a slider tuck. So you want to begin in a high plank position, hands directly under your shoulders, legs extended out with those sliders under your feet. Engage your core. Now you want to slide your feet towards your hands by bending your knees and tucking them towards your chest, and then slowly extend back out. So for day 23, we have a hanging leg raise. You want to hang from the bar and engage your shoulder muscles to stabilize your upper body and avoid swinging. Engage your core. Now raise your legs together by contracting your ab muscles. You want to keep them mostly straight and then lower back down and repeat. The order of what I like to train body part wise from best to last is back, then arms, then chest, then core, then legs. Legs are definitely last. As I said before, I'm not a huge fan of legs. And I just want to say shout out anybody who is a runner, just because like running is basically just a form of torture. And for those people that are mentally strong to just torture themselves like that, you know, I got to give them props for that. So for day 24, we got a little bit of reprieve. We're just going to do lying wipers today. So just lie flat on your back on a mat or a bench. Extend your arms out to the sides or keep them into your body. Lift your legs off the ground, bringing them to about a 90-degree angle with your torso. Now engage your core. Make sure your lower back stays pressed onto that mat. Slowly lower your legs together to one side, aiming to bring them as close to the floor as possible without letting them touch. And then use your oblique muscles to control that descent and avoid letting your legs drop quickly. Keep your shoulders and upper back flat on the ground throughout the movement and slowly rotate back towards the other side. You know, I like to eat. And according to our cleaner, I just never stop eating, which is definitely not true. But even the food that I do eat is mostly lean and healthy until I get to the weekend, because, you know, my philosophy is, you know, I'm going to be good all week so I could throw it all away on the weekend and then get back to work on Monday again. I'm also the type that can just eat the same things over and over again without getting sick of them. So that definitely helps my meal prep. For day 26, we have a Russian twist. So you want to sit on the floor with your knees bent and feet flat on the ground. Lean back slightly so your torso is at a 45-degree angle. Engage your core muscles and hold that weight with both hands. Now you want to twist from side to side in a controlled manner. Focus on using your oblique muscles to rotate your torso rather than just moving your arms. So for day 27, we have a side plank crunch. So you want to start in that side plank position with your body forming a straight line from your head to your feet. Now you want to engage your core and extend your arm and legs as far as they can go. Now you want to bring your knee towards your arm by squeezing your obliques in a controlled manner, and then extend your leg and arm back out to their original position, keeping your hips lifted and your core engaged throughout the movement, and repeat. Only 2 days left. I mean, congratulations to anybody that's made it to this point. And how many of you guys have found new ab or core exercises that you can kind of integrate into your everyday ab and core routines, which I know you're definitely going to start doing more going forward. And let's just finish strong and then go over the results. So for day 29, we're going to have our bear hold, the high plank, and it's going to start with the exact same form as our bear hold from earlier. We're going to engage our core and we're going to step back 1 foot at a time, extending your legs into that high plank position. Your body should be in a mostly straight line from your head to your heels, and keep your core engaged and avoid letting your hips rise or fall too much. We're going to hold this position briefly, maintain a strong core. Now step 1 foot at a time back to that starting position, returning to your bear hold with your knees hovering just above the floor, and keep the movement smooth and controlled. Man, day 30, I mean, we definitely came a long way, and I feel like, we know each other a little bit better at this point, so I feel like I can kind of speak from my heart a little bit. I just really want to know why does leg day just depress me so much? I mean, I really just don't get it. Like, I'll be in a decent mood, and the moment it's time to start legs, I feel like my soul just leaves my body, but, I mean, I still do it, but that doesn't mean I'm happy about it. And that's weird too, because at one point in my life, I only hit legs like 5 days a week. So for the last day, day 30, we just have a 2-minute plank, and you're just going to do this at the end of your second rounds of exercises, so don't do this after your first one. At 15 seconds, I'm not really feeling anything. 30 seconds, still feeling pretty good. 45 seconds, still feeling it, but not bad. Halfway through, definitely starting to feel a little bit of pain. Minute and 15, yep, definitely pain. A minute and 30, I'm starting to really reconsider why I chose to do a 2-minute plank challenge in the first place. A minute 45, yeah, I'm definitely hurting. In that 2 minutes, we're just going to take a little bit of rest. All in all, I'd say this was a pretty moderate challenge. I don't think it was really that hard. I found it difficult to do during the workout, but no real crazy soreness the next day. I still had fun with it, and maybe it'll give some people an excuse to not skip ab day, because I know the majority of people already do. And hopefully just give some people motivation to just kind of stick with it, go in the gym, and just give them something that they can start off easy with and kind of progress to something a little bit harder. I don't know, maybe I'll pick another challenge, or I'll do another ab challenge that's a little bit more intense, or hit a different part of the body at some point. But I don't know, legs? No, I'm just kidding with that one. That's not going to happen. But definitely let me know how it goes for you guys. And here's some of the after photos. I definitely feel more defined than I was, 30 days ago. And I could definitely say that, I'm pretty much ready for the beach at this point. And remember, exercise is only one part of getting abs. You also got to eat right. I'll see you next time.